Okay, well, thank you, Atsushi, for joining us here. And I'm really delighted that you can talk a little bit about your experience, your research in the area of language assessment and AI. So maybe to start off, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you work and what do you do? What you've been researching?
Thank you, Mike, for inviting me to give this talk. My name is Atsushi Mizumoto. I work at Kansai University in Japan. These are my areas of expertise and research interests. And I've been involved in DDL, data-driven learning, a lot for a long time. Okay, and DDL is direct use of corpus data to help students discover patterns in language usage and develop their language awareness. In order to use DDL for teaching and learning, you need to use tools such as concordance. So it's called something called concordance to see the patterns
Okay.
in the keywords in context like this. So this approach involves learners directly interacting with authentic language data from corpora to observe and analyze how language is actually used in various contexts. And by examining real examples, learners can indirectly discover grammatical structures and vocabulary usage, collocations, and other language patterns. Um, but because it involves the use of computers and requires proficiency, it may present challenges for some learners, particularly those with limited technological skills and lower language proficiency levels. And additionally, even teachers often do not use Coppola for
Okay.
the teaching because it can be overwhelming, just overwhelming, right? Specifically, it takes too much time and effort for them to consult Coppola. And so, as you can see, these are the what researchers and teachers are saying, not for students or even
Yeah, yeah.
only for it, and the advocates on not mainstream language teaching method. And but on November 30th, 2022, a rescue suddenly appeared. And for nearly 20 years, I've been doing research using Corpora, but DDL is simply demanding for both teachers and
Mm.
students. But with ChatGPT, it's easy to go over or overcome the L1, L2 differences or barrier, and it eliminates the anxiety. Is my English correct? And
Mm.
that's what I've been saying in my mind, because even now I mean asking, is my English okay? Does my English sound okay? And but
Mm.
with ChatGPT now, it's my anxiety is lower, right?
Oh,
um,
interesting.
so a few months after ChatGPT's release with my collaborator, I wrote a paper, published a paper. This is open access, by the way.
Yeah,
And the
I've seen
result,
that. Yeah.
the results of this paper show that ChatGPT can be used as a tool for automated essay scoring
Yeah.
if combined with human scoring. And additionally, it can be utilized if it can be utilized for learning, teaching, and assessment purposes, of course. And since then, I have published a few more papers testing the capabilities of ChatGPT. And in this paper, we reported the automation of accuracy assessment, like grammar, how accurate the grammar and the vocabulary word usages in students' essays.
Yeah.
And with ChatGPT's paid version, it's now possible to automate the process, to check out if the sentences or the essays are correct or not, grammatically correct or not. And we also reported ChatGPT outperformed Grammarly, but it should be noted that this ChatGPT was a paid version, not the free version.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the free version, maybe Grammarly and ChatGPT will be maybe equal in capability.
Mm.
And in this study, we examined whether learners prefer feedback from peers or ChatGPT. And surprisingly, they really love ChatGPT. And the results suggested learners favor ChatGPT over their peers' feedback. But the learners prefer ChatGPT, but when they were using ChatGPT, there are at the same time talking with the peers in the classroom, classmates, and then they learn how to use ChatGPT from the process, and
Hmm.
they needed support from teachers. So a teacher, so mixing both will be effective. That's what we reported in this paper.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. And that's, of course, the green and the pink, the reddish combined, right? Those.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. So,
Yeah.
so the green part is both. They
Yeah.
prefer, but they prefer ChatGPT over, 50% of them. Like,
Wow.
yeah, ChatGPT.
Hmm.
And this talk is about AI and assessment, language assessment. And in this paper, this is not mine, but this researcher reported, she reported, can ChatGPT make reading comprehension testing items on par with human experts? And he reported that it's possible to create really good items with ChatGPT. However, the quality of the items and options was not better than those made by humans. So
Hmm.
based on that finding, he reported that human AI collaboration is needed. Of course, um, human researchers or teachers need to check out how good the items are. Otherwise, it's not really working quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ChatGPTs and large language models, AIs, AI can even review research papers. And this paper reports that more than 80% of the respondents found the LLM feedback more useful than peer review feedback.
Really?
Yeah, so it is definitely better than reviewer too, if you know. So the summary, let me summarize the strengths and weaknesses of ChatGPT or AI large language models. So they're very good at language understanding tasks,
Hmm.
and so we could use it for as assistant. And annotation support is also possible with AI, but
Yeah.
it's not good at counting and calculating because that's not how it was designed to do,
Uh,
because it's predicting what's going to come next, based
yeah.
on context, big context. Okay? And it's not designed to retrieve accurate and up-to-date information. So if we ask ChatGPT to report what Mike Burry is doing as a researcher, then we'll just report us some fake information
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
us. And so it generates average and safe sentences with no errors. And I think that's good news as a language learner and language teacher because it's trained with human feedback and avoid using discriminatory or vulgar language.
Yeah.
It's really good, but we need to know their strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And these are the questions from Mike.
Hmm.
Um, Question one: What do you see? What do you see? What do you? Oh, sorry. What do you
Yeah.
see?
The hot topics. That's what do you see some of the hot topics
Uh,
in
Definitely
AI?
performance tests, writing and speaking.
Yeah.
We use AI for creating items based on specific like directions. Like it's called spec in test language testing. And if we give AI what they should do, then it does amazing job.
Yeah.
So writing and speaking, and it can help you assess the papers or the speaking of the
Hmm.
or the test takers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting. What are some of the areas that we haven't yet, that we researchers haven't yet explored? Is there any, maybe we're not there yet, or we haven't thought of it, or we can't do it yet? What needs to be done?
Researchers have been already doing it, but how useful it is to use AI for analyzing open-ended responses. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also automated speaking assessment and feedback. Speaking is very difficult.
Yeah.
and and I think it's really related to your area, assessing pronunciation, because
Uh,
it's a normal even paid version of ChatGPT. The speech recognition is not equipped with it, so it can give you feedback on your pronunciation, but it just tells you a lie.
yeah. Yeah.
It
Do you,
doesn't. come with the speech recognition engine. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you anticipate this to improve in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, I think so because I think pronunciation and how we can improve our speaking is really really big interest. We hear a lot from teachers and learners that we want really accurate feedback from computers. So the computer assisted pronunciation training, a CART
Yeah.
is a really now big, getting bigger and bigger. But I think it will be combined with AI,
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh, interesting. What other areas do you see AI and language assessment going sort of in the next decade other than speech? Is there any other areas?
So AI models will definitely, or the AI itself and the accuracy will naturally improve. So it will lead to more precise assessments, and feedback will also become increasingly personalized.
Okay.
So yeah, that will be definitely the directions we're going.
Yeah. A very useful one, of course.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of my students are about to finish their studies and enter the workforce or go back to their previous jobs once they finish their studies. What advice would you give them in regards to AI and assessment?
I think yeah, so teachers have to get used to it. So my advice would be to put your hands on it,
Hmm.
uh, give it a try. And if you do, it'll be really a great assistant. And it will help you write test items and evaluate and give feedback on student writing.
Yeah.
But don't trust it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because you have to be more fluent in terms of understanding or giving feedback to your own students, right? Because AI doesn't know your students.
Yeah.
So that's that kind of expertise is really necessary for teachers. But yeah, so you have to try it yourself, but at the same time, be careful.
Yeah.
And as long as you give clear directions, it will be a great assistant.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Well, thank you. That's all the questions. Thank you very much for joining us.